Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, sir, entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. So great to be with you guys tonight. This is actually December 7th, 2022. And we're here just before midnight, a few hours before, so that's good. I want to thank you guys for coming back to IFYL. If you're new, just go ahead and grab your smartphone and launch the camera app and then point over to the QR code like so. And once you point over to that QR code, you're going to be able to see the link tree by clicking on the little yellow lips, and there you go. If you're here new, we welcome you. If you are not new and you're coming back, well, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Really do appreciate you. And I also want to welcome those that are coming back to watch us as a replay, because I know we get a lot of those people here as well. So definitely great to have you. And, we've been talking about a very interesting topic this week, something that I feel a lot of people don't quite get. But the truth of the matter is, it's something that is very, very, how can I say? It's something that is very, very remarkable. And it's something I feel that you will be able to understand, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of times, people, they just get lost. And the reason they get lost is not for any bad reason. It's just they just kind of they just kind of get out of whack. And so by getting out of whack, I think the biggest challenge happens when people don't understand, like what's going on. And so when I say we don't understand, they get lost in this mystery. And so we're talking about a very, very important topic. We start every Friday, we end every month, every Saturday, we start with a brand new master topic. And let me give you the master topics, and everybody's dying to know what it is. How to Reset series, episode number 5. So resetting is something we do with our life, but it's not just our life. You see, resetting is important. Let's talk about some other places where we reset in life. So if you're playing chess, backgammon, or checkers, or anything like that, and you finish a game, you need to prepare the game board so that you can start again. So you have to reset the board. A lot of times, an athlete that's doing, let's say, some type of a relay race, they'll have to reset the pieces so they're at the right place when the next runner series or heat starts off, right? So resetting is a way of bringing something back to the way it originally was, or bringing it to a different state, an altered state, okay? And so when we understand what resetting means, we're able to, how can I say, we're able to realize a perspective difference. So we're going to talk about more things you reset in life, but so, you can reset your phone. I mean, you can reset so many things, right? So you can reset a board game. You can reset a clock, reset a timer, okay? And you can reset a pin on some type of device. You have to reset a pin. And other times you have to reset a signal. Could be a microphone, right? So when we reset, we become whole again. We become what we were before, or something better than we were before. So resetting is a really vital part to our lives, because everyone always says, John, you have to reset your life. And although I agree with that, I want you to understand that resetting is more than just you. Resetting is things around you. For example, if you were going to make breakfast, okay, and you just finished, making your omelet or eggs, whatever you made, or waffles, you would basically have to clean up and put the pots away so they're clean and ready, or reset, for you to cook again. Maybe you are watching a video, and you want to watch it again, so you'll have to reset the pointer or the marker to the beginning so you can reset the video. Sometimes, we might be outside and there might be an issue where we're trying to, let's say, go somewhere. But for whatever reason, we can't go somewhere because of a certain traffic pattern. We need to wait for the traffic light to reset. This happens to you every day. So, what happens when we go through a reset? That's an amazing question. Resetting is a timeout. It can be a period when we change everything back to the way it was, or setting it to something better than what it was. When you stop at a traffic light, well, first you get a green light, then you get a yellow light, which you're supposed to slow down at, and then you get a red light and you stop at a red light. You should. And so, but I love these wonderful people that, they're at the green, and when they get yellow, it basically means go faster. And when they get red, they try to go through it and not get caught. And that's wrong. So when that light goes red, that's your time to reset. To reset, maybe maybe you're just gonna observe the car in front of you for a second, and then the reset's over, and then you're ready to go again. Maybe at home, you put clothes or underwear, things in a hamper, and so in order to get the hamper ready again, you need to take the clothes. Somebody needs to take them, and it needs to be empty so it can be washed and brought back, and it's reset. So even the trash, we have to reset the trash. We don't think about trash as resetting, but we are resetting, really. We're taking the trash bag out, we're tying it, we're putting a new bag in, so we're resetting the container, right? Resetting is a premise that you need to understand if you want to be successful in life. If you just want to wing things, well, then worrying about being one that resets is probably not that important, because resetting is really about reflecting where we were. Resetting is a time when we can pause. It's a time when we can relax. It's a time when we can be grateful. It's a time when we take stock of who we are and what we're doing. Even in a business sense, maybe somebody hands you a 20, you have to give them change. So we put the bill down and we actually have to reset the till, right? Maybe, you worked at a restaurant, and or even something simpler. Maybe you worked in a retail store, okay? And you've seen these stores. You press the button and it basically pages over the loudspeaker that customers needing assistance in whatever department, and automatically pages that out. And then the person comes over and usually presses the button twice to stop it. They have to reset it so it's ready to receive a signal. If you don't reset something, you're not ready to take in new information. So when we think about a file on a computer, and I'll try not to get too complicated here, before we can write to that file, we have to reset it and open it. So we have to reset the flag so that it's open. When we store things in memory, we have to do a reset first. So we have to initialize. So a reset is a type of initialization. How many of you out there have ever played Monopoly? I have, right? And now they have digital Monopoly. Well, regular Monopoly, you have to go through putting all the money out. You have to have a banker, somebody that manages the properties. And so it takes a lot more time, but you have to reset, make sure everybody has the right amount of money starting. And a lot of times, you will go around the board, and then maybe you'll land in jail, or you take a chance card and you pick the card up and it says, go around the board, pass go. If you go around the board, go and collect $2,000. And you reset because you've now been put into another position. Think about when you were maybe in school. Maybe you are still in school. Maybe it was grammar school, it was high school, it was college. And think about a time maybe that you didn't get a grade that you really want. We've all had this happen to us, even if we're great students. Some professors and some teachers just, how can I say this in a polite way? They just feel like pushing their weight around. They want you to know that their class is not a joke. And when you show them that it's not a joke, well, then they don't really try to chastise you so much. But a lot of people will think a class is a bird class. And so they want to make sure that you're going to take it seriously. So maybe you were taking a test and you didn't do so well. So you could get all angry, right, about it. You get angry about the professor, but that doesn't help. You need to reset your mind. You need to reset your opinions and reset any subjectivity to being neutral so that you're able to learn new things and be open to them. You see, if you're not open, if you don't reset your mind, if you don't reset your life, if you don't reset your perspective, you're going to miss things. Let me give you another example. Let's say you're on the highway and you need to look for a black car. But let's say your cell phone rings, which is never a good thing when you're driving, and you're talking on the cell phone. You're doing Bluetooth, so it's safe, but you're getting distracted and you miss the exit. And you're on the phone and suddenly maybe you say some choice four-letter words. And after you do that, you're like, and you're blaming the person on the phone. It's not the person on the phone's fault. It's your fault for not taking account. So what do? You're like, hey, Joe, hey, Bob, I got to go. I just missed my exit. I got to go. Oh, okay, no problem. You hang up the phone, you reset, and you get focused. So resetting is used to focus us. It's used to get us to be not just focused, but laser focused on a concept, on an idea. Resetting brings us back to the beginning or brings us back to somewhere better than the beginning. A new start. Let's pretend you're learning another language. And every time you say the word right, they advance. But if you say the word wrong, what do? They reset and they do it again. Many years ago, I had a toy. They're still made today called Speak and Spell by who makes Techno Speed Spell. So anyway, it was a pretty cool little toy. And Speak and Spell is a really neat little toy. And I had Speak and Spell when it actually didn't have like microwave type touch buttons. I had it when it actually had the little tactile buttons that you would press. Pretty cool, right? And so I think a lot of people don't understand, when we look at something and it's changed, right? So Speak and Spell has been around for a very long time, but let's say you said something and you say it wrong. Well, there was a button on there. Basically, I think it was it a reset button? And what you're able to do is it's made by Text Instruments, in case you guys are wondering. And so it's a great way to hack education because they have a speech synthesizer chip on there. They have a TMS 1000 controller, a word storage of 428K bit ROMs. So not a lot on there. A solid state speech plugin module. And over the years, they've actually changed the voice just a little bit. This was actually the device used in the ever popular E.T. Movie, which I'm sure many of you remember, when he was trying to call home to get the spaceship to come and pick him up. So when you don't get a word, or even in spelling, if you're in a spelling bee, and the person says to you, spell the word encyclopedia. So you had to say the word encyclopedia. They would tell you the rules once. You have to say the word, use it in a sentence, and then spell it and say it once again. And if you did all that wrong, then you were incorrect. Okay. So first thing you have to do is say the word encyclopedia. Every day, I enjoy using the encyclopedia to learn about new words that I often hear in my world. Then what did I say after you do it? Then you need to spell it. Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia. Very good, John. You are correct. And so either I'll go to the next person or like, now spell transportation. So you get the idea. If I was wrong, then it would be a reset, and then I would probably be told to sit down, and I was out. But I was very good at spelling bees. I love spelling bees. In fact, I did so well at spelling bees that I oftentimes didn't have to take the spelling test because I did so well. Now, any kind of subject you're learning when you're, in, let's say, grade school, it seems like a route, and it seems like everything you do is constantly resetting because you're not remembering anything. But that's because you're trying to learn for a test. So a good example of knowing what to do is to do a reset and say, look, I want to learn this information. I don't want to learn it for the test. I want to learn it so I know it. But you don't make that decision 24 hours before the exam and try to cram it. So you have to start making the decision at the beginning of the class that you're going to learn the material, and you're not here to learn it for the test. You want to do well on the test, but you want to do well on the test so you know you've got the information and that you can walk out of that class with the information. So resetting. We can reset a keyboard. We can reset Bluetooth on a phone, the devices. We can reset a device by changing its batteries. So what happens when we reset a device which changes batteries? Well, the little bit of power that's still, let's say, being transmitted there for the battery, it totally goes to zero in a minute or so because there might be some capacitors and things on the board. And so when we take that off, it goes to zero, and then we plug it back in, and now we have a fresh state with a new battery and the right voltage. Because sometimes older batteries will not give the proper voltage that we're expecting. So tomorrow we have more to share with you on reset. But reset is not just starting over. Reset is having a perspective. When we press the word reset, like, oh yeah, just go ahead and press the reset button. And reset means to initialize. It can mean to start over. It can mean to regroup, right? Maybe you were on a hiking trail, and maybe you went around and around, and it's seeming like hours. It's like now 2 or 3 hours, and you're going around like you're like back in circles. So now what you do is you decide to regroup, and you mark your territory so you know that you're not going the same way. So that's a great way to reset. So let me give you an example of reset. In my daily life, I choose to reset whenever I feel I'm not achieving my goals in the most efficient and effective manner. Reset. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this amazing Wednesday evening. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tell your friends, colleagues, and associates about us. Tag your friends about as well. Comment below. Share this with everyone you know on social media. Then be sure to go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space Morley Space Serial Entrepreneur, and look for that key phrase to help keep our content free. Click on the PayPal link. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert. Either way, you know we're going to be very grateful with those pennies and dollars. We're going to invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, empowered, motivational content to change and improve your life, if you really want that. So if you are tired of where you are right now and you don't feel like you're moving forward, you're either stopped or you're going backward, it might be time for you to put a reset in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And also check out the brand new JCM Academy. That's jcmacademy.eventbrite.com, and register for our first masterclass coming up in January. And you can even save money by registering for a month at a time. It's just 1 hour every month at 1 o'clock every Thursday. And we do it through a great platform. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. And will really help you become a better version of yourself. I hope you guys have a great night. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow when we continue this wonderful series. I thank you so very, very much for popping in and spending some time with me, because, making the choice to be here is part of achieving success. Now you got to take action with the things I'm sharing with you. Have a great night, everyone. Be well.